when I got home and told her husband about it, he made her pay me.
But that's the type of people that we're dealing with down here in this area. Like I said, whenever all the problems originated in my life, Jimmy, you wasn't nowhere around. You was down there in Texas, down there in Odessa, Texas. You didn't know what was going on up here at the time. But you talk about a group of people that's behind in time, behind in education, behind in their laws, behind in the way that they're supposed to treat one another. You have moved into an area that is the world's worst right here, towards a bunch of barbarians.
I know. Me and Sonny had it.
Yeah. And you and the Ridgeway family had it too, didn't you?
Yeah, the old man.
Old man Ridgeway. What was his name?
I don't know.
Donnie Ridgeway's daddy?
Donnie Ridgeway's daddy. What was his name? Doug?
I think so.
Doug Ridgeway. That was before they ever moved to Chicago, wasn't it? Right down here by Ricky Simmons' house.
Yeah, that's where they live.
They kept telling you something about the fence, something about the property line of the fence.
When I go to work, they call Jimmy out there, Tom out there, and tell me he had to do so and so, he had to do so and so, and I went out there and told him, I said, we'll surveyor this damn land.
He's not
And
bothered.
we'll put up a fence. And I said, and you pay for half of it. I never did hear no more from him. But me and Sonny Davis, I met him out there to the car with the damn gun. That's when he got all that money and bought them kids them motorcycles.
Snowmobiles and all that other stuff.
Well, I was working nights.
Yeah.
Trying to sleep daytime, they'd get out there and get roo, 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 roo.
Just
roo,
raised
roo,
teetotal
roo.
hell and didn't have no consideration towards the neighbors of people having to sleep and being on different schedules.
And-
Wearing nice shoes, I guess.
Just worrying the shit out of you.
So I told him, I said, next time you come back, I said, I'm going to shoot your tires out. But they went home and told her daddy, here comes Sonny, 4 or 5 more in the damn truck. I don't know how many it was. Sonny said, I heard you ain't shoot my kids. I said, you damn right, and I'll shoot your fucking ass. I said, I'm trying to sleep. They can go up this road anytime they want to and drive peaceful.
Right.
But I said, when they stop out here in front of my yard and rip their motors up, I
And
said,
raise hell. Basically
I'm
just
gonna-
raise mortal
I'm gonna
hell.
Shoot the damn tires out.
Yeah, shoot the tires out.
There's a guy that raised up in the back seat. I said, well, how many more some bitches you got back there?
Who was that back there in the back seat?
I don't know who it was.
You remember a guy by the name of Elvis that Sonny used to hang around, or he used to hang around Sonny Davis?
Yeah,
Elvis. What was his last name?
I don't know.
Man, there was a bunch of them that hung around Sonny Davis like glue because he was the man that had all the money. They was taking advantage of him, what they was doing.
Well, they didn't bother me no more. I told them, I said, I'll shoot your damn tires out.
Well,
I
it
said,
was
I'll shoot y'all.
well, it was pretty sad that they thought that they had enough money to burn that they would buy them kids clothes every week.
Every week.
And then whenever the clothes got dirty after they wore them a time or
They
two,
told them right down here.
take them down there, Dan Simmons is down there, and throw them out. Brand new stuff.
And I'd get them and wash them. And my kids would wear them.
Yeah. But that just shows you the mentality of their thinking that money was going to last them forever. And how long did that money last them?
Didn't last them long.
4 or 5 years?
I doubt it where it lasts that long. I know he bought it up there where Ridgeway lives. And he lost it. And then he bought that trailer and moved over there.
Well, he didn't lose it. It burnt. Remember, it gutted. It caught a fire. I don't know what happened. I don't know if they had a wood stove or a heater going in there. Did you know that I was in the living room, in between the living room and the kitchen in that house, whenever Sonny drove all the way from Chicago? He'd been laid up in the hospital for almost a year because he had 64,000 volts of electricity run through his body. Done already lost, amputated both of his arms, but holes come out of his stomach, holes come out from underneath his pits of his arms, holes come out of his feet, where all that electricity had to go out somewhere. And he had been up there and come back, and then was back up there again. And whenever he come back that second time, he had 3 checks for $400,000 apiece. That was $1.2 million. And I stood in that living room, in between that kitchen and that living room, holding 3 pieces of paper that was signed over to him after the attorney's fees and after the hospital fees. And I think he had some more that was coming even after that settlement. But I thought to myself, whenever I held $1.2 million, and I was probably about 8.
8?
Yeah, I was about 8, maybe 9 years old. I thought to myself, man, doesn't it feel good to hold on to that kind of money? And of course, whenever they moved over there in that house and they got to splurging, buying brand new Cadillacs, brand new Lincolns, brand new customized vans, brand new motorcycles, brand new this.
Snowmobiles wasn't even snowing.
Had every kind of police officer that you could think of that was bedding up with them down there, because the house at one time was full of drugs and guns. Guns and drugs. And every time one of them boys or girls would get in trouble, Sonny Davis would go up there. It'd be a handful of tickets. He'd go up there and pay off the court system, and the boys would basically walk free. Wouldn't have to do no time. I'm talking about repeat offenders again and again and again and again. I seen that happen for years as he was dwindling his pile down. And I guess whenever the man died, didn't he die as a pauper?
He died as nothing.
He died as a pauper, didn't he?
Yeah.
A poor pauper.
He even sold his mama's house trailer. It's sitting out there.
Laureen was a good woman.
Yeah.
She was a good woman.
She left.
She left.
She moved, and he sold her trailer.
She didn't move. She went to the nursing home, didn't she?
I think she went to Kentucky somewhere.
No, that you're getting Laureen and his second wife mixed up. Arizona. Arizona moved back to Pikeville, Kentucky, where she was originally from, up around the Hatfields and McCoys. Somehow or another, Sonny was up there doing a job. You know, his money was starting to get tight at that point. I think he still had a little bit left.
He's doing them signs.
He was doing them signs and stuff, and also he was putting up canopies. Because I remember I went to Humboldt and helped him for about a week over there at a factory that used to make golf balls.
I helped him.
Robert Holton.
I helped him too.
You did?
Yeah, we
Robert went to Chicago and lived with him.
That's right. You helped him over at Tiptonville, didn't you?
Yeah.
Didn't he help build that, done something over there, didn't he? What did he do over there?
He's done welding.
Yeah, he was a good welder.
Where's Carrie?
He helped build that. He didn't build that building out there, but he come over here and told Junior and Tom and Billy how to put it up with a blueprint.
Yeah.
Stairs and stuff like that.
Yeah, he was a heck of a builder. And how in the world he ever lived through that is beyond me. And you know good and well, after looking at it, hindsight, kind of like a spectator looking at a sports event. What's that little dog shaking so bad for right there? That little brown dog. Got a cold? What's he shaking for?
He's watching me.
Watching me?
Yeah.
Well, ain't no need of him shaking at me. I'm not going to hurt the little fella. Oh, he does? He got a nerve disorder?
He's mama's dog. She can get up and walk over there, he'll get up and walk over and wait for her to get back.
Really?
Yeah.
But anyways, old Sonny, he was
He needs to be put way, but I just can't do it.
The dog.
Yeah.
Sonny was a heck of a worker. Anybody, you know good and well, anybody that had 64,000 volts electricity went through him. It's 1,000 wonders that he was a walking, talking miracle. It's a wonder if it didn't fry every molecule in his freaking brain.
Yep.
To the point that he was basically just a vegetable or a retard. And for him to bounce back the way that he did, as good as he did, was really, really a miracle, don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
He had his commode fixed where he'd wash his butt. Be shit.
Yeah, he had some kind of a special deal on his commode to where it would wash his tail with a water would spurt up there and wash his tail, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I helped dress him a time or two towards helping him put on his hooks. That was the only thing that he couldn't do. He couldn't put his hooks on. But once he got his hooks on, he could do everything else.
Yeah, like
Robert did too.
Light a cigarette, drive, weld, go up a ladder, cut with acetylene oxygen.
His hooks is out there in that pond.
They are.
Yeah.
What pond? Out here?
Yeah. Robert had them in the house,
Well, I ain't seen them. And that pond dried up to nothing one day.
and they pushed everything off in the pond.
That might have been the pond that got covered up too. That was a half a pond.
I didn't want them.
Was you kin to Sonny Davis?
No. Robert was just a good friend. And when the Sonny died, Robert said he wanted his hooks, and they gave them to him.
Really? I know Robert thought a lot of Sonny. I thought a lot of Sonny. I thought a great deal of him. And as far as I know, I never owed him a penny. Whatever work that I'd done with him or for him, he always made it right with me, and I never tried to bamboozle him or take advantage of him.
They had a big old German Shepherd.
Uh-huh. Did you know the people that lived in that house before Sonny moved there? Mackrights?
Yeah,
You knew Mr. Mackwright?
yeah.
Yeah, she was gonna go.
Do you know whenever we first moved down from Chicago down here, he had a couple, do you remember those German Shepherd dogs that he had? He had two beautiful, beautiful German Shepherds. Looked like, what was that movie? The Ren 1010? Where they had the big German Shepherds?
Yeah.
These dogs was beautiful. And I couldn't have been a day over 6, maybe 7, just trying to get familiarized with the community. And I walked up there one day and that daggum dog bit me. It bit me right in the back part of my leg and drawed blood. And speaking of getting bit, as soon as I got out, that one dog tried to attack me. And I let him know real quick, son, I was fixing to kick somebody's head in if he got up there close enough for me to take this number 10 boot and put up beside his head, because if he come at me viciously like that, I was fixing to knock him out.
Yep. He just such a she dog.
What's she getting so mean for?
She just don't. She does that to everybody comes up here. She'll sneak up behind you.
Yeah, she's temperamental like that, isn't she?
Yep.
Is she pregnant?
No. That's her babies out there.
That's her babies.
Yeah, Fluffy and all
That's
that.
all her family?
Yeah.
She's got 2 babies.
No. That's about the one. It's Fluffy's mama.
Fluffy's mom.
Yeah, she's the one that's sneaky as hell.
Well,
I mean, sneaky.
she bit me one day.
She did.
Yeah.
What'd you do? Pick up something, knock her upside the head, or what?
No, I couldn't. I just hollered at her and she moved back. Never did offer no.
Did she draw blood?
No.
You're black and white, and the baby. Remember the baby?
Yeah,
He'll sneak up behind you and get your pants leg.
he will.
Yeah.
You think they're just playing,
Yes.
trying to get your attention? Look at him up here looking at the door. He got his big old head stuck up here. Well, I guess he acts like he knows that we're talking about him, huh?
Which one?
That big one, that big brown one.
Brown?
Brownie.
How they do
Mama
that
dog,
with
well,
the dog?
Mama dog is, yeah, she's one of the two babies out there right now.
She does that with the dogs.
Who did Sonny Davis marry? Gail somebody. What was her last name?
I don't know.
Was she from around here?
I don't think so.
She was up from around Greenfield somewhere, wasn't she?
I think so. You know, here on that little restaurant over there,
What was that? Top Hat?
Top
No, Top Hat was in Martin. You talking about the truck stop? The truck stop over in Sharon.
I one truck stop. It was just between root beer and
Three Sisters. The Three Sisters.
might have been
I remember that very well.
Albert used to work with him.
Yeah.
To do the cooking.
Oh yeah. And Elvis used to hang around him a lot. I never did know Elvis's last name. But old Sonny, he was something else. He come back, didn't he? Taking a lick like that, he come back. He had a good gene to be able to come back like that, 64,000 volts electricity. Did you know that somehow or another Sonny Davis was kin to my grandmother, Miss Audell Davis, before she got married to a Jackson? If you go down there, Alamo Cemetery down there, you'll see where all her family is. Mammy and Pappy Davis. The Davis family and the Jackson family in this community, along with the Simmonses, probably the Ridgeways, the McClanahans, and who was that died last year, right up the road here from you? Layman Jacobs. The Jacobses was probably part of the oldest bunch in this neighborhood. And I'm talking about going all the way back to the Civil War era, back in the 1800s.
Yeah, probably.
Because you've been up here to the cemetery up here, right? This old cemetery?
Yep, back in 1816. They got some in 16s, I think.
No, they don't have none in 1600. Not in that cemetery.
Maybe it was 17.
They got some in 1700s.
I haven't walked out across it, but I've been up there.
Where's all your people buried at? Miss May?
Mama and Daddy is buried, and my brother is buried over there. County Grove,
China Grove?
Walnut Grove.
Walnut Grove?
And my grandma was buried at China Grove. And Grandpa was both buried over here, just as you come out of Greenfield that like
What was his name?
Henry Wallace.
Who?
Henry Wallace.
Henry Wallace. Wallace. Wasn't there some more Wallaces around here?
Yeah, Uncle Jack, Uncle Dog, Mama.
Name some more names.
Aunt Macy, Turnbull, Mildred.
Mildred, I knew Mildred.
She was a Wallace.
Mildred Sweat right now? A different Mildred.
What's your sister's name down there? Who she marry up with? That one still living down at Dyersburg. There's Brownie again.
I don't know who she married.
That ain't Horsey.
That's a brown dog.
Who was she before she married? I mean, I know that she was a...
Sue.
Gant.
Huh?
She was a Gant.
Again.
I just come back up.
May's sister,
Yeah.
Sue.
Yep. All right, how many bags of dog food you gonna need? 3 bags, 50-pound bags?
Yeah, that's what they're on the window for. They want to get fed.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, I don't have that.
You run out of food.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the reason why they grouted me. Maybe they seen me as me being a pork chopper or a steak. Maybe they looked at me and said, yummy, yummy, yummy,
Yeah.
in my tummy, tummy, tummy.
That laugh a good week.
Is there a certain brand of Old Roy that you buy for them, or is it?
That red package? In the red package.
Can you give me a piece of paper where I can write it down? A red package?
Well, I'll show you one.
Okay, you got a bag?
Yeah.
Okay, just let me have the bag. That way I know what to look for.
All you gotta do is look at it. It's a red bag.
It's a red bag, and you get it at Walmart,
Yeah,
and it's a 50-pound bag,
yeah,
Yep.
not a 45-pound bag.
no,
No, it's 50 pounds.
50-pound bag. How much is it a bag?
It's 19 something, but taxing off just about one bag, it'll run you about $22.
22. So you want 3? So you need to give me.
At least 50. Well, you just bring me the receipt back and I'll fix you. I'll give you $50, but that should get you pretty close to 3, won't it? Well, no, it'd be 60, about $60.
Yeah. They're your dogs. These are your responsibilities.
Yeah, about $60.
I'm going out of my way to go get stuff for you.
Yeah, that's all right.
'Cause you're down in your back.